I'm a 3D printer, so I need the specific tools to heat up material. This is the material that we use for 3D printing. It's called PLA. I have it right here. This is a filament that this goes into the machine and it prints out stuff on the other side. I'm gonna keep this here because I'm gonna show you why I need one of my important tools as a 3D printer and as a thinker is a soldering station, and one that has all these things that you see right here. So in the case of this soldering station, whenever you buy a soldering station, make sure that it comes with all the different heads for the soldering. Right here, they have different kinds of heads. You see them right there. Each of them are going to save you a lot of time. Of course, it comes with the basic one right here. And for those of you that have never done soldering, make sure that you always hold, even when you know that it's off, that you always hold this thing on the handle, which is that black part, right? That doesn't transfer heat, because this can get really hot. The other thing that I recommend when you buy a soldering station is that it has the steel wool here to wipe off excess material whenever you are soldering. So of course, controlling the temperature. So let me show you. So you can control the temperature here. Put this right here, and here you can control the temperature. In this case, this one goes all the way to 480 degrees. You want it to have that kind of amplitude when it comes to heat, because you're going to be playing with different kind of materials, right? So the knob, it's important to have that knob. I recommend, because some of these come just this with the temperature knob right here and the on-off button here. I don't recommend those. Always, whenever you buy a soldering station, make sure that it comes in a housing like this, where you have access to your heads, the wool, right? And that you can put it down somewhere. So you're working, you put it down, and that's it. You don't have to put it on the table, because you put this on any surface and it'll burn. If in the case of this table, for example, it'll burn through it because this is going to get really, really hot. Now, many of the soldering stations come with these tools, the paste, the soldering paste, and some lead-free, recommended lead-free soldering wire, right? So you're going to, let's turn this on. Maybe I'll show you how I do this right here. And always have, I use my soldering because I do 3D printing. I use the soldering iron a lot to insert these I mean, I don't think you can see it. When you want to fasten screws to PLA, you're going to need to have one of these. But I also use it for soldering, and I always recommend for you to have also, on the other hand, try to have some tweezers or needle point pliers like these, right? So that you can like hold things, right? Because you don't want it to. You don't want to be holding anything at this temperature with your bare hands. Let's cut a little piece of this wire, right? So now we have this wire, and then I'm gonna hold it with this, because when you heat it up over here, the heat is gonna transfer, and if you're holding it on bare hands and you hold it for long enough, that heat transfer, you're gonna feel it on your hands. So what I'm gonna do is I have this cup that is broken. You see this bottom part is broken, and I'm gonna see if I can solder it together, right? So, I mean, what I'll do is, I don't know if you can see it right there, but the point is really hot already. You see? I don't know if you saw the smoke. And this is already melting. I gotta be careful because when the little pieces of this metal fall, it'll burn through the mantle on this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold it here, right? And then you see it starts melting. You see? I don't know if you see this the smoke, but it starts melting. So I'm gonna start melting this right here, right? And then putting these little, trying to solder, like make a huge soldering point so that I can stick this to my cup. But I'm gonna do this on my time. I just wanted you to see how this works. Make sure you have needle point, tweezer, or pliers, and make sure that you never touch this right here. Be very careful with soldering irons. But you know what? The soldering iron will teach you to be careful. So good tinkering, and this is a perfect tool that you should buy when you're a tech guy like me, a tinker that's putting things together, cables, doing a good job. So good luck.